Yeah, as an apostles of good millstone, all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yeshua, Hashem, Kodesh. Should bomb to the one dot Hebrew Israelites, Zechariah 13:8, which are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as bloodline, who are still pressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33, but to whom the lay belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, and the promises according to the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 4. Ecclesiastes 10:7, I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. First we read 1 Timothy 5:8, but if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Yeah. Okay, being an asshole is good, but not overly, right? If you're overly an asshole, then that's just being wicked. Okay, but if you're an asshole to survive, basically, okay, then in Germany it's considered normal, actually. Okay, and if you trust me, I know people that are in the closed psychiatry. What is it called? Psychiatry. Yeah, like I said, I know people that are or that were in the closed psychiatry, and it's because they don't want to be an asshole at all, to some extent. There are other things, but the main thing is, or the main thing why they can't avoid being there is because of not being at least a little bit an asshole, so you are not too nice, right? Because if you are too nice, I saw that even at work, okay, if you're too normal, okay, then then what happens is it's also basically too much comfort, okay. Being in the closed psychiatry is because of being too comfortable. I tell you that there are people in the closed psychiatry because of wanting to be comfortable. Trust me. Okay. Yeah, it's just what I mean with this. Okay, that it's the same people that you see on TikTok. I have ADHD, ADHS. Okay, and then they went to the doctors, and now they don't work their whole life anymore. Okay, because they know that one doctor, okay, that gave them a piece of paper for €200 or $200, okay, which the doctor don't even know shit. Okay, there are doctors who have the permission to give you that document, but are not no doctors. Okay, it's just because they they had enough money to basically to buy that, okay, then guess what? And there are even bad doctors, it's not like that, okay, but yeah, then you have somebody that doesn't want to work his whole life because of that piece of document he received, which is not even a righteous document, okay. Trust me, there are people who have sicknesses, certain diseases, and certain functions in their brain that work different. It's not like these things are not there, but that doesn't mean you can be comfortable your whole life, okay? But people doing so, okay? And some of those people, you will see them in closed psychiatries. Some of them. Proverbs 28:5, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Yeah, what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is that I myself, I had a car crash 2 months ago or so, right? And just imagine the repairing of that car costs me 12,000 euro, which I can't afford that, and it's not worth repairing it. That's what I said to the mechanic dude. Okay, he asked me if I want to repair that. It was a good car, but the problem with these kind of cars is that they are built different than today's cars. It was basically a young timer, and they are built different than modern cars, which means they have a lot of steel in the front. Okay, and that costs a lot. And with this kind of model, even there are no pieces anymore for certain parts in the front to buy, okay, because it's a young timer. Okay, I don't go into details, but even the car crash itself was a completely bugged out situation. Okay, it was a place, a construction worker place on the Autobahn, right, on the highway, German highway. And when I talked with the police on that day, when they came to the car crash, they told me that there happens a car crash 3 to 4 times in a day. 3 to 4 times in a day, that police that is responsible for that zone receives a call because of that construction worker zone, okay, where you have a lot of traffic jam. Okay, it's a part on the highway where you have Baustelle. Okay, and I was not on the phone, nothing. So you had that construction site there, and that's why they received 3-4 calls a day, the police that is responsible for that zone, that a car crash happened exactly where I had the car crash. So that is not but still it was a blessed day. Yeah, it was a blessed day. Okay, who cares, man? Okay, I call it a day. Why? Because out of every negative thing you can make a positive thing. That's what I still say, even when when sometimes I really think like, is this really Earth or what is it, man? Okay, is this a second reality where everything is programmed to work against me? Okay, no, it is actually really Earth, because if there is a second reality, then you don't know it. Okay. Yeah, now I don't want to buy a new car so soon anymore. I just want to concentrate on other things a little bit more for now. First, 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Yeah, that even goes into wearing no mixed fabrics. Okay, that even goes into that. If you're overly doing something, then it's not good. Okay, that goes into wearing no hat while preaching or while praying. Okay, that goes into trying your best to overcome even diseases, but mainly addictions, maybe even overcoming addictions, which there's a lot of things you can be addicted to, even into cars, okay, games. I myself, I'm addicted to a lot of things which I wish that it wouldn't be so. But a lot of addictions, you don't refer to it as addictions, you just think it's normal. But a lot of that stuff you can at least turn it a little bit down. Okay, trust me. Okay.
Fahren wir links oder rechts?
Psalms 119, 125. I'm thy servant, give me understanding that I may know thy testimonies. Yeah, and understanding is also that, trust me, you have also your addictions and your problems to solve. It's not just that I preach onto you like I experienced everything and I overcame all addictions and overcame all bad things in my life. No. Okay, I believe that is a big part of understanding. Okay, because, yeah, for example, understanding is also, something doesn't work right, still praying over it. Okay? Yeah. Trust me, I have a lot of situations where I believe that, like if there weren't something bad happening in my life, it wouldn't turn out good in the end. That doesn't mean I know every last detail on how something could have went out for me, but trust me, I also understand that a lot of things I see later what it really benefited me. Is it a hard thing to understand? Yeah. But that's also understanding. Understanding is not just, oh, I know the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I know that I have to keep the commandments. I know to love my brother. I know, having no anger about a brother for something already solved. I know not to do idolatry or witchcraft or what is it? Term. If you sleep with another man's woman. Okay, that is good, but that is not the whole thing. I mean, understanding means also understanding that some things that appear to be bad, later on they might benefit you. Okay. There are a lot of examples. But just because there are a lot of examples doesn't mean that you understand it, having those examples. And that is something not easy. Trust me, you're not the only one going through it. One of the main things, of course, for us men is these women. Okay, why can't we have as much women as, I don't know, Edomites just doing nothing but getting I don't know, a house from their parents, okay, what is it called? Yeah, getting a whole house from their parents, okay, getting perfect food every day on the table since they're born, man, okay, getting everything they want, okay. I mean, you know, Ishmael is blessed, right? Ishmael is blessed also. All nations are blessed, but Israel it's basically a mixture of blessed and cursed. But guess what? For us, it is. If we know it, then it's a good thing, because we are the ones who work on that curse to turn it into something good. But for those people, it is basically they don't even know what a curse is. There are so much movies about curses, man. I saw one yesterday. It's on YouTube. Okay, it's on YouTube. From 2009. What's it called? Occult, man. 2009. From Koji Shiraishi. Okay, which is just a Japanese horror movie. Okay, why I talk about this? Yeah, this homeless man, he talked about seeing UFOs. Okay, which UFOs are curses, if you still don't know. Can be curses, I mean, for the wicked. Okay, so he saw basically curses surrounding him. Okay, that's why the movie is called Occult. For us, it's not. For us, it's not a. For us, it's not a curse, but for those people, okay. Just that biker, okay. He had his light is so lighted up that he had every chance to see me, okay. He was even looking straight forward, okay, but he was directly driving direction to me, okay, and then he said sorry and turned. Okay, this is just like these UFOs, UAPs, okay. They see us, they think, oh, man of the Lord, okay. Just like the angels. Angels can be a super weapon against you, okay, but they also can be for you, which every hopeful elect has an angel, okay. Even the two, the 1/3 Hebrew woman and children. Do they need to be protected? Yeah. Okay. Is a little bit crazy because he worked even on I don't even give you too much information. Okay, I watch horror movies, Japanese horror movies. I never watched, but this one I really like. I watched maybe one horror movie that was from Japan, but most of them are American or something. Okay, but this one is really interesting. It's like a slow documentary. It's not really the style of a usual movie. Okay, so this homeless person, first in the movie you see that somebody was stabbed, and this homeless dude, he hears voices, which proves that he, I don't know, just watch it yourself and make your own opinion on it. Okay, but for him, these UAPs turned out to be a curse. Because at one point in the movie he was working on explosives. Okay, he was constructing explosives, basically a terror act. Okay, to kill some people with explosives. He was working on that, and the cameraman was filming that as a part of the documentary. He never did that in the movie, but he was working on it because he heard these voices, he saw those UAPs. Okay, crazy, man. Okay, but this proves furthermore what I said. Okay, we know that UAPs exist, we know that they are heavenly, we know why they can also be a curse for you. Okay, just like Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he can be against you or for you in the day of the Lord. Which that doesn't mean that we are ultimately, that we are not here where the day of the Lord happens. Doesn't mean that. Everybody has to go through that day of the Lord. Okay? Yeah, the heart is deceitful above all things, and despitefully wicked, who can know it? Yeah, the hopeful elect can know it. Okay? Imagine imagine what others will see and hear, but still having so much wisdom, knowledge and understanding that they just stable enough to do whatever it is to just block it. That is power. Wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Okay, but is it just knowledge? No, it's also understanding. Okay, knowledge puffed up if you don't know. That's according to the scriptures. Read it if you don't know. Roughly paraphrasing. 2 Corinthians 4:8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run, not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. John 16:13. Howbeit when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, that shall he speak, and he will shew you things to come. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ, which we know is Yahushai, is the same yesterday and today and forever. Matthew 7:7. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Psalms 119:34. Give me understanding, and you see, understanding also, not just knowledge and wisdom, and I shall keep thy law, yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Psalms 119:127. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Yeah, to be honest, man, okay, what does it benefit you if, let's say, you're a millionaire, right? You have, I know, three Ferrari, 4 Porsche, okay, like Chris Brown maybe or somebody, okay? Like you walk down the street and you choose what car you drive today, but you don't even know how to keep the laws and commandments. You don't even know that, that there are commandments that you can keep today and not, and you don't even do it, the ones that you can keep. Okay? You was maybe not even reading it the one time in your life. The law, right? So I ask you, what all these cars and what all these benefits in your life, I mean, your whole life, even if you're a millionaire. Okay, having 10 different women every day, you don't even have to do something for it. They just write you. You know, most women you block them. Okay, but there are some you like, maybe you just pick. So what you do in the morning is you just pick 10 out of all those women writing you, and you just make an appointment for those. This is basically what you can do all day. And you have a mobile phone just for that. Okay, I ask you now. But what is? So look how who I don't know, Haftbefehl, German rapper. Look how these people end. Oftentimes, not always, but okay, they abuse drugs. They have it. They have the money for it. I mean, no. What I really mean is, okay, this is not the video where I talk about these things, which I just talked about addictions. Okay. But the main risk is that you forget the law, okay, of thy God, which the law is one of the most important things, besides the name, and because look, what is it now worth? All the maybe you have, I talked about millions on the bank account. Okay, what is it all worth? Okay, your I don't know, 400. 700 women writing you every day or every week, or even more or less. Who cares? Okay, what is the benefit exactly? Sooner or later, it's just the flesh that you what you receive out of the flesh is basically nothing but death. Okay, but the law is spiritual, right? So if you can put these two things together, then that's good. But even there, I would argue, okay, who are you if you have 400, 700 women writing you a day? Okay, you're most likely in contact with Satan. Okay, I don't say can happen when the thing comes. Okay, the big Hunger Games on this earth, but man of the Lord, right? But okay, we don't even know how all things will turn out. So what I mean is basically the law is the most important thing. It is above gold. So if you think about, I mean the scriptures in general, okay? Because if you think about having a room full of gold, it's not the kingdom, okay? So it can't be better than the Bible. Think of the tree of medicine. Okay, these are all things that you don't have here. You know, the tree in the kingdom with the medicine, the food for everything, and the foods for everything. Okay, sheep chilling with lions. Okay. Yeah, man. Okay, and gold really doesn't benefit if it's not the gold that you receive from the scriptures. Money is a defense, okay, but it doesn't help you in the end, in the day of the Lord, if you ignore the law, the scriptures. But you had a life of a real ancient king, right? Doing nothing but you don't even work, maybe, okay? You just let people celebrate you. And if you don't do that, then you sleep, and if you don't do that, then you have sex, which sex is not a bad thing. Out of all those things, it's maybe with sleep a good thing, or maybe needed thing, okay? But not really, okay? But being fruitful, multiplying is a good thing. Today it comes with not multiplying, so it's still a good thing. But I'll just leave it there. Yeah. But with that, all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, 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 Shalom.
疲れるのが頭の中によぎったから 多分あれは幼稚やと思うけど、でもあんなうんこ野郎なんかには僕は絶対教えません。うわ、あいつの頭の上になんか気持ち悪い、気持ち悪いなんで持っていかれてもうたであいつ。俺がやったわけじゃなくて、別になんていうの、それ聞かれるのは分かったけど、でも渡ったのはあいつやから、だから俺悪くないと思うし、それは気持ち切り替えていこう。この辺感じるな。ちょっとこの辺なんか感じるから、ちょっとここから撮ってみようと思うわ。なんかおかしいなこの辺。おったったったった、白石君見てや、ちゃんと。これすげえ出てるよ。おお、これどうなるん。あどこ消えた。白石君どうや、見たやろさっきの。すごいやろ。なんかこの辺でもなんかこの商店街のところら辺でもなんか感じてるんで、ちょっとこの辺でまた見てみるわ。おっとっとっとっとっと、すげえこれ見たことないやろこれ。すごいこれ。わ気持ちいい。すごい。どう白石君、これすごいやろこれ。もう完璧やろ。ありえんやろこれ。すげえこれ。ビッグスやろ。さっきとは全然ちゃうねんけど、なんかすごいあれで、なんか予感すんねんけど、こんなもんかな。なんかすげえですよ、白石君。おお、でかでっかこれ。めっちゃでかい。おお見たこれ白石君、すごいよこれ。すごい。
これは
すごいやろ。
すごいね。
すごい。引かれた人どうなった？
大丈夫だったんですか？
いや、あの人はちょっと分かんないですよね。あの後、救急車来るとか見たんですけど、
あくまで余地なんだよね。
余地です、余地です。
そうさせたんじゃなくて。
いやいや、そんなんできないですよ僕。
こう頭の上に映ってたなんか変な、なんていうの、あんなん見たことないけど、あれなんなの
具体的にはあんなの初めてかな。でもやっぱ、
あ、本当です。新しいタイプなんやじゃあ。
新しいタイプだよね。
あ、
そうなんだ。
本当に。
ほんまやったやろ。でも
ああ、そうですね。
全然あんまりやれてたけど、でもびっくりしたやろこれ見て。
まあ、はい。
いいですかあれ。いや、あれいいですか。
あ、ギャラ？
はい。
はい。
いいですよ、もちろん。もちろん払いますよ。今日いっぺんで夕方だけでしょこれ。
夕方だけ。
ね、数時間でこれだけ取れちゃったんだから、ちょっと上乗せしておきますよ。
ますか。
はい。なんか不動ない？
あ、いやいや、そんなんいいですよ。そんなんいいです。僕なんかそんなあんまり形式的なのいらないんで、なんか裸でもらった方が結構なんか嬉しい。
領収書もあるよ。領収書からです。
あ、
23,000ぴったりで。
あ、そんなもらっていいですか。
はい。
でもその前から言ってなんか何言ってるかよくわからん声っていうのは、こういうことを別に知らせてくれたりはせんわけ。
いや、だから何言ってるかが分からへんから。そんなもらっていいんですか本当。
どうぞどうぞ。
なんか今日せっかくやし、焼肉でもおごるよ。みんな行きましょうよ。
私はちょっと他の打ち合わせが入ってるので、
そんなんでデートじゃん。
いや、まあ
いや、
本当に打ち合わせなんで、
僕もちょっとダメなんですよ今
あ、そうなんですか。
日申し訳ないんだけど
あ、そうなんですか。
うん
ああ。まあ、じゃあ、俺だけ